found the Taxi Stand Hour on Radio TFI.
Join the conversation. You can reach the guys at 754-800-CHAT, 754-800-2428, on Twitter at Taxi Stand Hour. From a payphone, call collect.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
And good morning. It's Sunday again. November 20th, rather, of 2022. That's where I was going with that. And you are listening to the Taxi Stand Hour on Radio TFI and on the Radio TFI streaming network. From the ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com studio in St. Paul, Minnesota, I'm John Shannon. And over here, to my immediate right, my good friend, the one and only, Ed Van Ness. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, kids and kittens. We trust you've had a fine and fantastic week. Here we are again in the bitter, bitter frozen tundra that is New York City. I am freezing my tootsies off, and I do mean all of my tootsies, not just the good ones. We've made it through another week. John Shannon, how the hell are you today, sir? How the hell are you sitting there in the dark?
I'm not sitting in the dark. It's no darker here than it is where you are.
Okay. I beg to differ.
Well, don't beg.
Anyway.
It's unbecoming of you.
Anyway, we're dangerously close. We're dangerously close to Turkey Day.
Yeah.
By this time next week, we would have all done our Thanksgiving thing. And that's the one time a year where you feel fine about giving everybody the bird. Yep, absolutely. And this is also the time of year that I feel for the turkeys. I've been splayed open on a table and stuffed. I get it. I know what it's like. I'm on their side. I'm on their side. The Trumpster is back on the Twitter. I know you're excited about that. I guess we'll talk about that just a wee bit. But before we do anything else, and speaking of Twitter, this is the stock market report has become relevant again, and you'll see why at the end of it. Are you ready, John? Because I know you love it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. You know what I should do? I should probably set it so you folks can hear all these sounds as well. Which, oh, man. I don't know how this did this to itself.
Oh.
One moment, please.
Wait till we get a new. We gonna replace the sound engineer now too?
We're getting close to it. Here we go. It's the Radio TFI Market Watch brought to you by Indeed. We're hiring. Uber closed the week at $28.96, down 19 cents. Lyft closed the week at $11.21, down $1.51. Tesla closed the week at $180.19, down $15.78. This has been the Radio TFI Market Watch. They're all dying. Tesla's taking a hit. I spend more for lunch than Lyft is worth. John, don't look now, but somebody snuck in underneath me.
Wait a minute. Ooh. How did this happen?
It just did.
Wait a minute. Security! All right. Well, once again, here from Wichita Falls, Texas, it is my good friend, the one and only. Wait a minute. I called him one and only. There can't be two one and onlys.
Just
out of hell with it. Hey, Bill, welcome aboard.
Hola, señores y señoritas.
good morning, Bill. Morning, Bill. How are you?
Well, I'm still on the green side of the grass.
Well, I bet you're happy because now that you have an official Twitter account, you too can follow the real Donald J. Trump.
Mm-hmm. Follow him with a shotgun.
The J is for genius.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So that seems to be the late breaking news of the day. Elon Musk put out a poll a couple days ago, not that it mattered, about Trump, how people felt about Trump being allowed back on Twitter. I don't think it mattered. It was going to happen anyway. Musk is slowly but surely driving Twitter into the ground. But I haven't seen anybody retweet anything from the Trumpster yet. How long do you think it'll be before he starts whining again?
He hasn't posted anything on Twitter yet.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time. You know he can't resist.
I'm sure he's gonna make it look good, or as good as he can possibly make anything look.
Have you noticed how ever since you wanted to get me on Twitter, it's gone in the shitter?
Pretty much. You know what? The Twitter shitter. That's
coincidence? I think not.
This is one of those times. Bill, I have to agree. I don't know. We fought long and hard, and it's just like the spirits said, you crossed the streams, and here's what happens.
Yeah, just see what happens.
Exactly. And so Trump is back on Twitter. Trump has made it official. He's
speak to the microphone and not the monitor. Thank you.
Oh. It's going to be one of these kind of days, I can tell.
That sounds much better when you do it that way.
He's back. I mean, no matter how you want to slice it, he's back. But you get a feeling within the Republican masses, if you will, that nobody really cares. Nobody really.
No, they're throwing him overboard right now. And,
the governor from Arkansas announced that he's going to primary Trump.
Now, are you talking about Huckabee Sr. or who are you talking about there?
I don't remember who it was. I just saw the little blurb said Arkansas governor to make run for president 24.
Because now you got to remember now that Sarah Huckabee Sanders won the gubernatorial race. Oh, wait a minute. That's just right. It would be the current governor that you're speaking of.
Yeah, the current governor.
Right. She's not governor yet.
I don't even know who the hell.
Well, the point is. The point is that you've got a lot of people throwing him overboard right now.
He's going to get primaried.
They're abandoning. This is good news, though. This is good news. Well, it is very good news because even his daughter Ivanka has said, "I'm staying out of it this time." So the good news is that him and DeSantis will beat each other up.
Mm-hmm.
Trump will go running off and possibly run as an independent, which will split those votes.
Yep.
You suck away Trump's base of knuckleheads, and it's an easy W for whoever runs, Biden, Harris, whoever, even Bill Fancher.
I tried it once 2 years ago, but it didn't work.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, sir. I hear there's a medication for it now. It's a topical ointment.
It's like Ichiro.
It's kind of. I don't even know where that went. I got
put a little Benadryl on it, and it goes away. Okay.
Well, let me present Trump's first defector here.
certainly would not turn my back on President Trump. I am a huge supporter of his. But with that, I love Governor Ron DeSantis. He is America's governor, and he has these same policies. I know that his focus right now is governing the state of Florida. But at this time, with 2024 in the far future, I am very much concerned on legislating and being a productive representative for my constituents.
All right. Her legislating and being a productive member for her constituents would be something new for her. Second off, we've now established what she is. We're just negotiating price now. She's got a long history of being a paid escort. So, I'd love me some Donald Trump, but hey, Ronnie's my boy now. Ronnie's my boy. Remember, DeSantis is the guy who, when asked directly, will you serve, if re-elected governor, will you serve a full 4-year term? Just said nothing. Nothing. Wouldn't answer.
Oh, yeah.
Which speaks volumes.
Yes, it does. It was very much so. Very much so. But,
well, I think the best thing that DeSantis can do is just shut the hell up and let Trump punch himself out. Don't engage him in all this crap.
Well, that was basically, what Biden did too. Just, it's the best plan you have. Just, let him talk. He's going to talk himself out of it. And he does not have the people that voted. A lot of the people that voted for him in 2016, after 4 years were like, thanks. I tried it once. Not, it's like people have tried swinging. We did it the one time. It was kind of interesting, but I don't think we're going to do this again. It's, I get touched in places I wasn't completely comfortable with, and we're just
you have firsthand knowledge on this, or what?
Like, I'm not saying yay or nay. I'm just saying be careful where your fingers go. That's all I'm saying.
This is true.
Side note, there was a guy I worked with a million years ago, swore he had been to an orgy once and got kicked out of it for standing up in the middle of it and yelling, yippee.
Yippee. That would probably happen.
Yeah, that was his name.
That would probably happen.
But anyway, so they're starting to abandon ship there. The Murdochs have abandoned them. Fox News is turning on them. So
Ted Cruz isn't.
No, Ted Cruz is.
Go after yourself.
You're. I forgot all about it.
Yeah. Should have your finger ready on that button at all times.
It's your people down.
Not my people.
Oh, it's your people in Tejas.
Yeah, well.
It's your people in Tejas. Keep electing
Ted Cruz, go fuck yourself.
The only good thing John Boehner's ever said. They keep. When does he do up again? In 2 years or 4?
Yeah, in 24 he comes up.
24. Okay, so now comes the burning question: does he run for president or senator?
Oh dear God! I'm going to say, and not just because I hate Ted Cruz, but this country is not going to elect a Texan for president for quite some time after Dub.
Yeah, well, he's not really a Texan, but
no, but yeah.
No, I understand. Oh, certainly not. Oh, I don't want to get into that. We all said what we were going to do if Trump was elected, and
exactly,
and none of us did it.
None of us did it. So, though Ted Cruz, I can't even. I don't have the brain power for that today to imagine a Ted Cruz presidency. He can't run. He was born in Cuba. No, he was born in Canada, wasn't he?
Well, his dad was from Canada. Let's get into this Barack Obama bullshit. So
that's right. That's right. He must have been okay because they let him run. So
yes.
Anyway. So yeah. So now Trump is. We've got the new special counsel, which will pick up the ball. And I don't think you name a special counsel unless you're ready to, plow forward with this.
Well, and what this does too, it kind of takes Merrick Garland out of the loop a little bit. They can't sit there and say it's political. And I think it was a good decision.
I think it was a long overdue decision.
Oh, there's no doubt that. I really think they've been trying to get all their ducks in a row here, and they were working from the bottom up to see, where the trail led. Well, we all knew where the trail led.
Right. Well,
they understand that when you undertake a task like going to indict a former president, regardless of how crooked this former president was. I mean, and Trump made Nixon look like an angel.
Oh my God!
You know damn good and well Nixon's going, God damn, Donnie.
He makes Nixon look. Nixon was a kid stealing from grabbing an extra piece of bubble gum. Nixon was just trying to get information on the Democrats.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, it pales in comparison.
Exactly.
Not even close.
But it's still an undertaking.
And
you can't go into something like this unless you are fully prepared. I mean, because the one quality, if you can call it that Trump has is he's as slippery as a goddamn eel.
Well, that he is.
This is why do you think he ran? He didn't run because he necessarily wants to be president again.
He wants to avoid conviction.
He ran because he thinks he can drag things out. And look, we didn't think he was going to win in 2016, and look what happened. So
he didn't think he was going to win.
Yeah, exactly. I think that this is where his mentality is that
the difference right now, though, John. The difference right now is that they were hesitant. They didn't want to indict a sitting president. Well, he ain't that no more.
Exactly.
And he wouldn't
get
possibly,
over that.
And even if he were to be elected again, all this is happening when he's not president. None of it is going to start after, heaven forbid, he's elected again. Okay? This is all right now. So he can claim he's running for the presidency of whatever he wants to.
Well, and the thing that's killing me is they're sitting at it's unprecedented. Well, of course it is. We've never had a crooked friggin' president like this before. And how you're going to set precedents now. If you don't, it's going to happen in the future.
We've never had a president this crooked.
That's what I'm saying. As crooked as this SOB.
Yeah, no, we've had crooked presidents, but nothing like. And yeah, but you're right. Here's where we set the precedents, so that when and if it happens again, look, if there's all it takes to get out of something is just announce that you're running. Hell, I'll go shoot that passerby on Fifth Avenue that Trump's always yakking about, and then I'll say, whoa, wait a second, I'm running for president.
Well, and it's not a law that says you cannot indict somebody running for president. It has been a
sitting president,
or trying to get them while they're running or whatnot, is because that was just like a gentleman's agreement. Well, we're not going to do that during the cycle, but there's no more gentlemen.
Right. Well, you want to look at the hypocrisy involved in all that. How many versions of we can or cannot seat a Supreme Court justice now did Mitch McConnell come up with?
Exactly.
No. Oh, Merrick Garland, we can't even talk to him. It's over. It's a year until the next election. Meanwhile, Amy Coney Barrett, or whatever her name is, she was installed a week before the election.
Yeah, it's amazing how it works, huh?
So the gentleman, you nailed it, Bill. There are no more gentlemen. There's because look, this is Lucy with the football.
Oh, no doubt.
Brown, and we're Charlie Brown, and we not only bring the football, we put air in it too. We get it from Tom Brady. We air it up properly, and we hand it to Lucy. And then Lucy just, it'd be easier if she just put the jelly on the finger, and at least we'd all get something out of it.
Turn your head and cough.
But you see, here's the thing, though.
But
you have to look at some of Trump's accomplishments here. And this
What accomplishment?
Hold on. Don't get excited just yet.
I think he broke par on one hole, but
All right, well, stand by for just a second. Let's take a peek at this.
Okay.
Nobody has ever done what we've done in the last 4 years.
Their entire economic plan, tax cuts for the rich and corporations.
And record-breaking unemployment.
The worst jobs report on record.
Trump is the only modern president to leave office with fewer jobs than when he took office.
The Trump administration formally asking the Supreme Court to overturn the Affordable Care Act. This could leave up to 23 million Americans without coverage.
I hope that they end. It'll be so good if they end.
You also had people that were very fine people on both sides.
Do you believe in punishment for abortion? Yes or no? There has to be some form of punishment. For the woman? Yeah, there has to be some form.
And if I win, we will treat those people from January 6th fairly. And if it requires pardons, we will give them pardons.
And there you have it. Those were his accomplishments, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And how about that wall? I think they only built less than a mile in 4 years. Less than a mile?
About a mile. But Steve Bannon made some money off of that.
Yeah, he took all the money. So
yeah. And
why is he not in jail? By the way, I'm hearing him doing this and doing that. Why is he not in jail yet?
He'll start his 4-month sentence soon. I'm sure they have a date.
I think they're letting him because he's appealing, obviously, and I think they're letting him.
No, he's not.
Not by any stretch of the
Not by any
imagination.
stretch.
A jellied up finger is more appealing than Steve Bannon.
Sorry, dog.
Okay, he's appealing. Yeah, no kidding. He's appealing the conviction.
Yeah, he can do that from jail. Many people do.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, but there was a judge that ordered. There's a judge that ordered him not to be locked up until the appellate process or whatever is completed. So,
well, could they also tell him to shut the F up?
It's nice to have money, even if it's someone else's.
Somebody else's.
Exactly. I agree with you. He'll be there eventually, but meanwhile, we just have to tolerate him a little bit longer, I guess.
Does he get a bar of soap when he goes, or does he have to bring his own?
Well, here's the one thing we know for certain: we know he'll be at least deloused when he.
Well, that might kill him right there.
Yeah, he may be. What do you think is keeping him alive?
Yeah, what's holding them together? The lice.
Exactly.
Oh.
Exactly. Come on, I thought this chair was comfy. What are you having to adjust everything for?
Breaking it in.
The chair is comfy. I'm not. I'm old and falling apart.
I hear you.
This has nothing to do with the chair.
I'm being held together with duct tape and super glue.
And that's because you're a lucky man.
Yeah, you saw how lucky I was.
She seems like a lovely gal. Remember, you married her. You loved her at one point. You thought she was the cat's pajamas at one point.
At one point.
Hey, Ed.
What was I thinking?
Could have been out of prison by now.
I told everybody that the other day. You got people laughing their butts off over that. It's like, wow, that's true.
You realize, yeah, they just celebrated the 39th anniversary.
Oh my goodness! You'd be out of the halfway house. You'd be.
I would. I'd be off paper, the whole 9 yards.
You'd be a free man.
Yes, I would. What was I thinking?
And that's presuming they found the body. All right.
By the way, if everybody wants to get into this, Anybody else wants to get into this? The number 754-800-chat, 754-800-2428. You can, hey, the more the merrier, they say.
No kidding.
Sure, we need another 4 or 5 hosts on here, so.
Yeah, what the hell?
What the hell?
Yeah. Well, the old StreamYard holds up to 9, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
10.
10. Holy
moogly.
We got room for everybody. Come on board.
Exactly.
Come on board.
Exactly.
If we found room for Fancher, my God, we can find room for you.
Absolutely.
And
there
Fancher's
you go.
He's doing this off a 1970s Princess phone.
Sorry.
He's got a rotary dial Princess phone he's doing this off of.
The Barbie phone.
With the 25-foot cord, of course.
Uh-huh.
Well,
John,
there are still
go ahead.
There are still some people that are upset that Trump's big announcement wasn't getting the proper media coverage that it should. Listen,
what the hell did it need?
If you're in the mood for a little bit of whining here.
Let me get my.
I think we've seen those games throughout the 2020 campaign. They don't want the American people to hear directly from, the biggest leader of the greatest political movement in our history. So I do suspect they'll try to, censor and cut away. However, the people are anxious to hear from him, so they will go right around the major networks if they do indeed cut away. They'll go to Real America's Voice, they'll go to RSVN, they'll go to OAN, so many other independent media, because that's what you have to do now. I mean, we do not have the First Amendment. It's under attack.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We don't have the First Amendment. Oh, God.
First off, these people get the whole idea with the First Amendment is it's a false reference.
Yes, it is, because it's freedom of the press.
Well,
what is
the First Amendment concerns as far as the government goes, not between private individuals or private businesses or anything like that. It doesn't mean that's why we can have the law that you can't shout fire in a crowded movie theater. That would not be considered free speech.
Exactly.
Well,
but the thing is,
another perfect example is if she had 2 brains, one would die of loneliness.
Mm.
Yeah, but you see less and less people. I mean, Trump is always going to have his cultists. What's scary about this whole MAGA movement is that they'll kick Trump to the curb eventually themselves if they find that that DeSantis.
It's not going to be anything that Trump's done wrong. What else is there?
I don't know what else he could freaking possibly do.
Murder?
Other than set the White House on fire.
I don't even think that would do. I mean,
well, probably not.
Would they turn on him if they found out he was eating babies? I mean, what would it take?
No, probably not. They'd ask for the recipe.
Ooh.
Well, it wouldn't be anything that Trump did. But you also have to remember, and the Democrats are kind of leaning in this direction too. I mean, we haven't mentioned the fact yet that Nancy is going away as far as leadership role with the Democrats is concerned. The Democrats are also looking at younger people to start in leadership roles. And I think that the Republicans are doing the same thing. Even the MAGA movement is doing the same thing. Let's face it, Trump is just a couple of years younger than Biden.
Right.
And
as far as Nancy Pelosi, I mean, you're going to take it wrong however I say this, but I think it's time. It's time for her to move on.
I don't disagree. She's done a hell of a job, but
yeah.
No, it is time to get some younger blood in there. But I think that even the MAGAs are thinking this too. I mean, DeSantis is, at least a good 20 or 30 years younger than Trump. And
Bill, how do you feel about the fact that we both agreed with you as opposed to?
I know. That's why I didn't say anything. I was shocked.
Dogs and cats living together. Real wrath of God stuff.
Exactly. Thank you. All these Ghostbuster references today. I'm loving it.
Anyway, yeah. Well, look. On top of everything else, she's also got the husband that she's got to take care of. She is 82 years old.
Well, yeah.
And she's had her time. The next few years are going to be really brutal. And to be there as the minority leader, I'm not saying she can't handle the job because she did. She's done it. Mm-hmm. She did great things. She did very good things. And she could probably make this work really well with this razor slim majority that the Republicans are going to have. McCarthy's not going to be able to handle the bunch of loonies he's got. Are you kidding me? Boebert and Trailer Park Green have been reignited. They've been reelected. Now they feel like they have all the power in the world. They want to start. Remember, so you've got all this bunch of lunatics running about. He's not going to be able to keep them in control. Trump loves these people because they worship him.
Mm-hmm.
And McCarthy should have retired. Should have stepped away. Because the rest of the world sees him as the two-faced hypocrite that he is, who's weak. As far as I'm concerned, he's weak. And again, I don't understand how somebody like that gets reelected, but oh well.
The only thing is with the Democrats now, I guess one of the problems is that maybe I just haven't paid close enough attention to this individual, but Hakeem Jeffries looks like he's going to be in line. He's from Brooklyn, as I understand.
Yes, he is. He's from my neck of the woods here. And by the way, once again, congratulations, AOC. I knew you could do it. And where's Tina Forte? Tina, you want to drive down the road and yell your mother?
Whoa!
Not only did AOC beat Jeffries, she smoked her. I think it was like
Forte.
Or not Jeffries, pardon me, Forte. My bad. Sorry. Thank you.
Like 70-30 or something like that.
Yeah.
She lost by 40 points.
Oh my God! There might be a future for you here yet.
Thank you.
Just for that, Bill.
The peanut butter box is here.
The peanut butter box.
I swear to God.
Don't swear to God. Swear to me.
Ooh.
No, I'd rather swear at you.
That's true. I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. I'm Batman.
Hey, our friends at the Lincoln Project.
I was getting ready to say we have friends.
We have friends, yes, at the Lincoln Project. Have
you don't know the half of this. Wait till he tells you about this. His next spooky idea.
Come on, dog, bring it home.
But they have they're ready for another Trump run. So give this a listen.
The Lincoln Project was formed. They are doing tougher ads against Trump than any Democratic group.
They've decided to take the strategic and ad-making firepower they've trained for years on Democrats and turn it against their own.
And in almost every ad, they talk about how he's a loser, how he's weak.
Unyielding, unrelenting, ass-kicking of Donald Trump and his children and his campaign advisors.
The Lincoln Group, these never Trump Republicans, the Democrats could learn a lot from them. They're mean. They fight hard. And we don't fight like that.
There is never a day where we're like, we should take it easy on Trump today.
Are you sure you want to do this again, Donald? If you think we hit you hard the first time.
So they should not call it the Lincoln Project. They should call it the Losers Project.
Just remember.
I don't remember.
We're still here. And the only loser is you.
But isn't it technically the Loser Project?
We love the Lincoln Project. We are so enamored with the Lincoln Project. I am ready to have their logo tattooed anywhere on my body that they would like. How am I doing, John? Am I sucking up enough?
You're doing a fine job. Yeah, there you go. Tramp stamp.
Tramp stamp.
Whatever you want, kids and kittens, because why? We want some merch.
There you go.
We want Lincoln Project merch, and we'll give it away to the folks that are with us, follow us, and listen to us, and all that other good stuff. And
yeah. So as Ed has let the cat kind of out of the bag here, I mean, it's still hanging on by its claws.
Leave it in there. Leave it in there.
That's what she said.
Leave it in. No, she never did. Actually, what she said was, "Is it in yet?"
Is it in yet? 3 2-letter words mean small.
Hey, it's like I've always said when they say, "Who do you plan on satisfying with that?" I just say, "Me."
Me.
Why it looks like a dick, only smaller.
Oh my!
Left turn, Clyde.
John, get close to the microphone, like you're going to do something with it.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
Really, please pretend that you're attracted to it.
Last week you told me to back away from it.
This week I'm telling you to get closer to it.
Oh,
baby,
can never make you happy, can we?
Well, is it in yet?
It's the peanut butter box.
The peanut butter box is here.
Coming.
Wait. Maybe if I put peanut butter all over the microphone.
That would work.
Coming from a guy whose orifices are bigger than the Holland Tunnel, ask if it's in yet.
Yeah, but we only do the toll on the way out.
There you go.
The one-way toll, baby.
It's free to get in, but you got to pay to get out.
Get out. Good, John. You want to start this battle? You go right ahead. You go right ahead, buddy boy. You go right ahead. I'm a miserable former New Yorker who's in New York again. Go ahead. I'm locked and loaded for bear. I got shit sitting inside of me that's been pent up for years. Come on, buddy. Bring it on. I am the night.
No
I am vengeance.
Ed didn't take his medication this morning, I see.
He did not.
Hey, speaking of taxis.
Speaking of taxis.
I saw on something the other day that the NYC cabs are going to get a 23% increase in fares next year.
I heard on the news. I really didn't pay much attention to it for 2 reasons. A, I don't drive a cab, and B, I hardly take cabs anymore.
And they'll still be cheaper than Uber.
Well, you probably got a point there.
Well, it's been like 10 years since they've had any kind of a raise, not to mention the beatings they've taken. I remember going through that. We, at one point in Broward County, had gone 9 or 10 years without a rate increase. And What was finally agreed to, I was totally against. I didn't want, we got something similar, like a 25, 30% increase. I was all for, let's take a little bit at a time. Let's not do one big giant chunk.
Yeah, there's something to be said about sticker shock.
Yeah, because
your rich uncle takes a bigger bite.
Right, because anytime you raise the fares at all, there's a temporary drop in ridership. Oh, I'll find another way, blah, blah, blah. Which you expect, and and that happens. It's kind of offset by the raise, and you're still kind of level. But this was a big, big jump, and I just wasn't. I just, I didn't want it. I mean, it was what it was, but yeah, they're doing on. There's a nighttime fee that goes on after 5 p.m. It's a 50-cent surcharge. Now, I'll say this. That's been there since I lived here the first time.
There's a shift differential for cabs.
Yeah. It was to entice more people to drive at night. So it's 50
okay.
It was 50 cents per ride. And but again, that's been like 40 years since it's been 50 cents. And 50 cents ain't worth a half a dollar anymore.
No, it's not.
So I kind of see that going up to $1 a ride. But then you've got this. They already have what amounts to a congestion fee that goes to the MTA, the Metropolitan Transit Authority. It's $2.50 a ride if you start in Manhattan. If the ride goes anywhere in Manhattan, you literally, not the whole borough. If you were to look at a map, New York City, you would see Central Park. Anything to the south of Central Park, from the top end of Central Park at 110th Street. If you go anywhere south of that, that automatically kicks in. It's all GPS, Wi-Fi and all that. But even if you do it for a block, if you were to go in, cross the boundary, and come back, you're still hit with that $2.50. I found that out when I was driving the cab, and or it was $2.75. I think maybe it is $2.75, which is the price of a subway ride. It was like, man, your base ride, getting in the car at 5 or 6 p.m. at 50th and 10th Avenue was like $4.75. That was before you moved it an inch.
Just to open the door.
Just to open the door.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, though, weren't Uber and Lyft supposed to charge that same?
Yeah, but we don't care about them.
Well, my point was that if somebody got upset with that, and they'd say, "Well, to hell with it, I'll take an Uber next time." Well, no, you'll pay that same fee.
Oh, right, yeah, no, you're going to pay that same, yeah, and now we're not even talking about the congestion fee that they're talking about, which I personally don't believe the taxis should have to pay because they pay enough. But like, if I want to bring my personal car in, I'll have to pay, a congestion fee, and everybody's, well, suppose a senior citizen has a doctor's appointment in Midtown Manhattan, to which I say, as somebody from another borough, like Queens, where I live, if you have somebody traveling from Queens to Midtown Manhattan every week for a doctor's appointment, that's not really their doctor, or shouldn't be. Plenty of doctors here. At best, you're going once or twice as a specialist or whatnot. It's not the end of the world. And besides that, I've thought this as long as I was aware of the issue. If you're going to bring a vehicle into Manhattan during the work week, you deserve everything that happens to you. Because there's really no reason. I understand if you got somebody that's disabled and can't, that's one thing. But you're bringing your car just because you're bringing your car. You deserve to pay $40 for parking for 20 minutes.
There you go.
You deserve to fight the traffic. You deserve to sit in the traffic.
I mean, from what I can tell, and from what the couple times I've visited Manhattan, structurally, it wasn't built to handle that kind of traffic.
No, No, it's not. Plus, you've got parking plus. Now you've got all the restaurants that took up the curb lane to build their little, COVID shacks where they could serve food. Some of these things are really, really, and they come right out to like within a millimeter.
Isn't that a little dangerous?
Well, the city let it go during COVID so they could still operate. But the funny thing is, most of them are enclosed. They're not open air. They're not allowing, and none of them are inspected. None of them are, and some of them that are near corners, you're making a turn. You've got one on each side of the street. It amazes me that they haven't been taken out at all, just by accident.
Totally taken out by accident. Yeah, exactly.
As the kids like to say. So.
All right, gentlemen.
Huh? Who?
Where?
You read it.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
I want to bring up a topic that I want to have you weigh in on this as well, as I'm sure you will. You're right. Look. Well, first off, let me play this. Let me play this little video here, and we'll talk about it here on the other side.
And we reject woke ideology. We fight the woke in the legislature. We fight the woke in the schools. We fight the woke in the corporations. We will never, ever surrender to the woke mob. Florida is where woke goes to die.
Let's talk about the woke agenda. DeSantis is fighting everywhere. What exactly does it mean to be woke? Well, according to Webster's dictionary, the new meaning of being woke basically describes someone who has woken up to the issues of social justice. Okay, what is social justice? Social justice is equality for everyone, without exception, right? So equality for people of color, equality for women, equality for queer people, basically equality for everyone, not just white Christian nationalists. So now, let's think about what DeSantis just said in his acceptance speech. He rejects woke ideology. So he basically said very boldly that he rejects equality without exception. So let's just insert equality for all in his speech. We fight equality for all in the legislature. We fight equality for all in the public school system. We fight equality for all in the corporations. Florida is where equality for all comes to die. DeSantis won by a landslide. He won by saying that he does not support or believe in equality for all. Now, this is serious shit. We need a national recommitment to the separation of church and state. We need to fight for equality without exception and freedom without favor.
Well.
Can I jump aboard?
Sure.
Okay. It's going to sound tacky until I guess I make my point, but I got to say to some of this woke, and John, it's BS. It's called human caring and understanding. The Constitution gives you the right to equality. This woke and this word woke has gone too far. It goes to extremes. It cancels people. So I'm not 100% on board with the woke philosophy.
You done?
Thank you.
I approve this message.
Yes, I did.
Well, I think as far as using the word, it's like a lot of things in our in our civilization, they get overused, overdone, overworked, oversimplified, and just basically people get over it. I don't disagree. It's a word that, like Antifa, is being twisted around and used in ways it's not intended to be used, or just completely wrong. I mean, just basically with Antifa, for those of you scoring at home, or even if you're alone, Antifa is anti-fascism. So if you're Antifa, that means you don't like the fascism. If you're anti-Antifa, that means your antis cancel each other out. So you are pro-fascism. Right, Donald? Right, Mr. DeSantis? But with woke, yeah, it basically comes down to you do you, I do me.
Thank you.
As long as we're not hurting each other against our will, or without paying for it up front.
And that's what I'm trying to get at. It's called, hey, wasn't that the golden rule? I mean, I don't want to sound like a dork here, but wasn't that generally the thing that everybody was supposed to do? Be good to somebody else because shit's going to roll downhill someday.
Well, Bill, you're right about that. As far as, that's the golden rule.
You are fined one credit for
Oh, sure. Everybody else has said it, and I say it one time and I get fined. All right.
Well, here's the second
you
one.
are fined one credit for violation of the verbal parameters.
And you know what, Bill? For once, you've made a salient and valid point. Don't do it again.
I thank you. Don't ever do that again.
You guys don't realize it, but you're both woke.
Don't you
by the very definition, you guys are both woke.
I understand that, but I just don't like the term because it's
you're sick of it.
You're sick yes. Of it. Well, that's true.
It's overused. It's overused. That's
sling it around like it's an insult.
Well,
people.
That's why I said. That's why I said it's going to be good or bad, however you want to take it. So it's one of those words that can we find something else?
They're trying to find ways, just like Antifa, to twist it, make it seem bad. My pronouns are kick ass, and blah blah blah. First off, and I was watching something a couple of weeks ago, and I got very confused because they kept referring to the female as they. I'm all for you want to be he or she. They is a group of people.
Yep.
You're one person. I firmly disagree with they and them. You are not they and them. I'll give you it. If you want to be it, I'll do that for you. But you're either he or she or it, not they.
You're not they or them. Those are they or them. Not us. Those people are they and them. Those people, not us. Those people.
Not us. We're anyway. I just wanted to get that off my shit. That's
now that's been the hardest part for me to understand as far as the transgender community. That's been tough for me even.
He or she is easy.
Why? What's there to understand? They're human beings.
Yeah.
Well,
that's the bottom line. That is the bottom line.
But I don't understand the pronoun of they. They is plural.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, all right, I'll give you that.
A lot of transgenders want to be referred as they or them.
I'll call you Chicken Little if that's what you prefer. But it needs to make a modicum of sense. Just because they is a pronoun doesn't mean it's appropriate to you. I don't care how big of a boy you are.
I do have a little bit of an issue with the whole pronoun. I'll give you that. But you're absolutely right. If you are a living, breathing human being, regardless of your color, regardless of your sexual preference, your identity or whatever, your religion, whatever it is, you deserve to be treated with the same amount of respect and dignity, as the person next to you.
Oh, we're still talking woke. Oh, I thought we were on they.
Well, no, I see where John's going, and I agree with it 1,000%.
You do you. I may not like what you're doing, but you do you.
It's none of our business.
I may not agree with you, but you have the right to do what you're doing. Exactly. Okay, that's the Constitution gives you that.
Right. Well, that's who was it? If I had paid attention in history class, I would know who said it. You know, you have the right. I have the right to disagree with you, but I will fight to the death for your right to be
defend
stupid.
Your right to say it.
Yeah.
Everyone is entitled to be stupid, but some people abuse the privilege.
There is. True words have not been spoken in quite some time.
I have said on numerous occasions, I have no idea what somebody who is not comfortable in their own gender. I have no idea what that feels like. You know?
I agree. Yeah.
And for anybody, if somebody that was born a man says they feel more like a woman, not trying to invoke a Shania Twain song here, but
you make me feel like a natural woman.
Natural woman.
I'm sorry if somebody feel, who am I? Who am I to say no? That's wrong. You were born with a schlong. You have to go through your entire life as a man. That's not my business. I don't care.
It's not your business. It's not my business. It's certainly not Bill's business
and the world is not going to come to an end if this person has a sex change or if two gay people get married. The world is not going to stop spinning.
No,
get over it.
It's not, and I think we're all in agreement on that. And while certain members of a certain political party like to go around yakking about how kids are having sex change operations, they ain't.
No,
they ain't. Because even the dirtiest, scummiest doctor in the world couldn't do it by themselves to a 15-year-old.
No,
you know, or anything like that. So now, look, these kids may be thinking. Look, everybody goes through a little bit of identity crisis in their life.
Right.
Some people think they really should be Hawaiian. Other people think they should be the opposite gender.
They just think they're Hawaiian because they want to get laid.
Come on, I want to lay you. All right.
Ooh, let's talk dirty in Hawaiian.
That's it.
I wish I had that all set up and ready to go. That being said, we have that. We've played that before. Let's talk dirty in Hawaiian. Anyway,
but what the good thing is about this is we can take a serious topic like that and interject some humor into it and not offend people in the process of doing that and canceling somebody because they made a joke like Chappelle. I mean, okay, it was meant as a joke. People laughed, and then somebody went, "Ooh, come on."
Well, again,
George Carlin's 7 words offended the crap out of people for years.
Oh my goodness! It was a radio station out on Long Island that played it, and somebody heard it and went bet poo poo bet guano crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, we all have different tastes. We all have different sensibilities. The government, in their wisdom, try to keep everybody at a level playing field. You don't want to look. Kids are hearing stuff now that look. I was running my mouth like a drunken sailor on leave long before cable, long before the interweb.
Oh, of course.
I mean, if you want to learn how to have thick skin, put on an umpire's uniform. That'll teach you real damn quick how to get some thick skin.
Speaking of thick skin, there's a thick gong. I said gong, not
gong.
Yeah. Gong.
That's right. So We're all done for this hour, so we'll be back with Just Killing Time here in just a little bit. You're listening to the Taxi Stand Hour on Radio TFI.
Yes, dear. Yes, I'm listening. Oh, I heard every word you said, honey. Yes. Yes, dear. Oh, I agree. You're right. Yeah, you're always right, baby. Yes, dear.
You've found Just Killing Time with John and Ed.
I'm going to take a bath.
I'll alert the media.
On Radio TFI. Join the conversation. You can reach the guys at 754-800-CHAT. 754-800-2428. If you are watching live, the comment section is open. From a payphone, call collect.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
All right, fellow babies, and now it's time to go to our live remote man on the scene at the Pinedale Shopping Mall for the big WKRP turkey giveaway. So, take it away, Les Nessman.
This is Les Nessman, your man on the scene here at the Pinedale Shopping Center where the excitement is mounting. We're here to witness the big WKRP turkey Thanksgiving giveaway.
Hey, you got permission to be out here?
What?
You're blocking my store here, buddy.
Don't you know who I am?
Huh?
I'm Les Nessman. I won the Buckeye News Hawk Award last year.
Good for you, Buckeye. Now get out of my doorway.
I'm sorry. Creep.
So far, so good, huh?
I'm here with hundreds of people who have gathered to witness what has been described as perhaps the greatest turkey event in Thanksgiving Day history. All we know for sure is that in a very few moments there are going to be a lot of happy people out here. Now the crowd is... The crowd is curious, but well behaved. And I think I hear something now. The crowd is moving out into the parking area. And, oh yes, I can see it now. It's a helicopter. And it's coming this way.
A helicopter?
It's flying something behind it. I can't quite make it out. It's a large banner. And it says, Happy Thanksgiving. From WKRP. What a sight, ladies and gentlemen. What a sight. The copter seems to be circling the parking area now. I guess it's looking for a place to land. No, something just came out of the back of the helicopter. It's a dark object. Perhaps a skydiver plummeting to the earth from only 2,000 feet into the air. Second to the third. There's no parachutes yet. Those can't be skydivers. I can't tell just yet what they are, but... Oh, my God, they're turkeys! Oh, Johnny, can you get this? Oh, they're crashing to the earth right in front of our eyes! One just went through the windshield of a parked car! Johnny, this is terrible. The cars running around, pushing each other? Oh, my goodness! Oh, the humanity! Oh, people are running about. The turkeys are hitting the ground like sacks of wet cement. I don't know how much longer the crowd is running for their lives. I think I'm going to step inside. I can't stay out here and watch this anymore. No, I can't go in there. Children are searching for their mothers, and not since the Hindenburg tragedy has there been anything like this. I don't know how much longer I can hold my position here, Johnny. The crowd...
Les, are you there? Les isn't there. Thanks for that on-the-spot report, Les. just tuned in, the Pinedale Shopping Mall has just been bombed with live turkey. Film at 11.
Les, are you okay?
I don't know. A man and his 2 children tried to kill me. After the turkeys hit the pavement, the crowd kind of scattered, but some of them tried to attack me. I had to jam myself into a phone booth. Then Mr. Carlson had the helicopter land in the middle of the parking lot. I guess he thought he could save the day by turning the rest of the turkeys loose. Gets pretty strange after that.
Oh, it gets strange. Yeah, right. No, Les, come on now, tell us the rest.
I really don't know how to describe it. It was like the turkeys mounted a counterattack. It was almost as if they were organized. As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
All right, and we're back now with Just Killing Time here on Radio TFI and on the Radio TFI streaming network. From the ShaladaMakesMeLaugh.com studio in St. Paul, Minnesota, I'm John Shannon. Again, over there to my right in the Radio TFI Executive Tower, where I understand up on the top floors there, it's kind of chilly up there. Winds a whipping up there, huh?
It's blowing harder than a $5 hooker. Let me tell you, it's wow. No reaction at all. Nothing. Oh, Bill's still muted. Not anymore. He's not.
Good timing.
It's all about timing. Well,
I'm sorry, but I gotta say something. The halftime show there was the single best WKRP show in the history.
No question. I thought there was nothing more appropriate.
No, and the greatest line of all, I swear, as God is my witness, turkeys could fly.
I thought turkeys could fly. It will never be another line in television. There's
No.
another line of great ones. That was boom right there. Good morning, kids and kittens. Welcome back. We're here. We trust you've had a fantastic week. Hope you enjoyed the little break there with the gang from WKRP in Cincinnati. And by the way, anybody that can spell Cincinnati right now on this panel, I will give you $5. Spell it without looking it up.
I used to know how to do that, but
you used to know how to do a lot of things.
Yes, I know.
You know.
That was all before I got married.
John, how about you?
I ain't even going to take a shot at it.
CINNATI. Thank you very much.
Huh.
P-O-U-G.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
P-A-E-E-P-S-I-E. Poughkeepsie.
Oh, my goodness. You're not going to believe what just showed up.
What?
The peanut butter box.
No! No!
Peanut butter box is here.
Sorry, cheap gag. Had to do it.
I have to go get the jar.
Yeah, exactly.
I munch on that damn jar of peanut butter for the rest of the show. I promise.
Go away, boy, you bother me.
Boy.
By the way,
John is. Go ahead, John.
By the way, just one quick note. We were talking about comedians. You were talking about Chappelle and what have you. I still think that the best comedians are the ones that can self-deprecate. Not defecate, Bill. Sorry.
I understood what you said, Doug. I was shocked you used a 50-cent word, though. That's all.
Self-deprecate with a P.
Yes. No, I think that those are probably the best. If you start, you go up there and yes, the guy that comes to mind a lot is I forget his real name, but they call him Fluffy.
Oh, Iglesias.
Iglesias, that's the one.
Yeah.
He's one of the best.
Iglesias.
Yes, that's right. I think he's one of the best because, he's got something for everybody, including himself. And I think that the guys these days, the guys that are going to be successful in comedy are the ones that are able to say, "Hey, listen, look, I'm nothing. I'm just me, myself here." Those guys will be the ones that are able to.
But Fluffy will also jump in and go to other things while he's still hammering at himself. So he'll still get in there.
Keep something in mind, John. Every successful comedian is portraying a character up there. Rodney
Absolutely.
Had his no respect shtick. Also, they all know how to use a microphone.
Use this microphone to.
Thank you very much.
Right up there, you're doing that midnight FM DJ thing. Oh, that. You got that bass going. You guys to get close to it, boy. You got to look at it. You got to put peanut butter on it, man.
Getting that Barry White going.
Mm-hmm. Just
last
take your
week,
time.
This guy was telling me to back away from the mic.
Now I'm telling you to get closer to it.
Yeah, well, make up your goddamn mind.
Watch your mouth. There's no need to get nasty.
Head is up two minds. We all knew that.
Right. I'm beside both of them.
Exactly.
Now, would you like to continue on with the program, sir? And when I say program, I mean spelled with two M's and one E at the end.
Okay, whatever.
Oh, Old English. Programming.
I spelled theater with an E at the end, so bite
cool.
me.
You spell potato with an E at the end.
That's Dan Quayle.
Yeah, him and Dan Quayle, exactly.
Now there's a reference. You got to be a certain age of.
Yes, you do.
Speaking of Dan Quayle, and just very quickly before we get into the other nonsense that we do, I've told the story of how I had my New York City hack license. I drove a cab for about 4 weeks here. My very first customer.
No way.
Candace Bergen.
Oh, cool.
Candace Bergen. So very nice.
That's cool.
And we chatted a little bit about the reboot of Murphy Brown had just been canceled. And that's how I found out that it had been canceled. She told me, she says, "Oh, no, unfortunately, we won't be back." And we chit-chatted a little bit. I had a little trouble getting to where she needed to go. She still gave me a $20 tip on top of it. So
far out.
So she was very, very nice. Speaking of Potato and Dan Quayle and Murphy Brown.
Where that digressed to, I don't know, but okay.
Remember, Dan Quayle made remarks about Murphy Brown having.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Okay.
Yeah.
So did I. All right. What do you say we get into birthdays here, huh?
Let's rock.
As soon as I get to where I need to be.
I need to tell you where you need to be. All right, here you go here for this week from the 20th to the 26th. Hey, today, the number one man, the head honcho. We're all riding with Joe as he turns 80 years old today, President Joe Biden.
Well, happy birthday, POTUS.
All right, going on to Tuesday now, where Billie Jean King will turn 79 years old. And Scarlett Johansson will turn 38.
Stand by. As for Billie Jean, That's for Scarlett. And by the way, she is forever 21.
Okay.
Easy. Easy. She's married.
I don't care.
Do you know who she's married to, Bill?
So, Z, what's
not
the
a clue?
Colin Jost from Saturday Night Live. Guy who just bought a ferry. Anyway, he did that last year.
Did you say he's a fairy?
No, I said he and Pete Davidson, both from Staten Island, bought a decommissioned Staten Island ferry. Yeah.
Affleck!
Yeah. What was that?
Okay, moving on to Wednesday, where Miley Cyrus will be 30 years old.
Wow.
Hannah Montana herself.
Yeah, and nobody could tell the difference between Hannah Montana and whatever the other personality.
All I know is she came in like a wrecking ball.
Yeah, she did. She did.
All right, then we have to move on to Saturday, where Tina Turner. Talk about a difference there between Miley Cyrus and Tina Turner. Tina Turner will be 83 years old on Saturday.
Now, you know what they say about Tina Turner, don't you?
You're going to tell us?
I am going to tell you. Tina Turner was placed on this earth to show other women how to dance in 6-inch heels.
That's for damn sure.
Mm-hmm.
The greatest pair of legs I could ever match.
Oh, man, were they ever? Are they? I'm sorry, are they? She's not gone.
No, she's not gone, but I mean, you know.
Bang. Moving on.
All right, that's it. That's it.
That's all?
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
And many more.
Yeah. All right.
So what are we doing now? What are we doing now?
What are we doing? Well, the way I look at it here, it's time for you guys to see if you actually cashed in a little redemption this last week on your picks, huh?
Before we get started here, John, I have one question for you. How does it
What's
feel
that?
to have how does it feel to have my hot breath on your neck?
Well, John, are you Canadian?
All right, are we done?
I figured it was the only way that I could make this interesting again if I started going out on a limb on some of these picks.
Throwing us a bone.
All right,
Yeah,
everybody,
exactly.
settle down. Settle down. Let's get into the settle down. It's time for John and Ed versus the Spread, your weekly foray into the exciting world of pigskin prognostication. Yeah. Each week, John, Oink, Shannon, Bill, which way are my cleats, Fancher, Gerald, the computer wears tennis shoes, and I each will choose professional football games and select winners using the point spread. At the end of the season, the winner will claim possession of the Radio TFI Gilchrist Ceremonial Sippy Cup. Extra points can be earned by going for it with 2 or 3 point conversions if we have the nerve. Ladies and gentlemen, kids and kittens, it's John and Ed versus the Spread. Well. Let's take a look at last week. Well, last week was very interesting indeed. John picked up a point after going for 2 on the other 2 that he blew. I picked up. Oh, well, away from me. Bill, you did pick up a point last week. That was, you kind of sucked the wind otherwise. Gerald.
Hey, wait, no, hold on just a second. You got to remember, you originally put me down for taking Detroit in that game and then talked me out of it. I was, okay, so there we go.
Your pick is your pick.
And the damn 49ers can't kick an extra point to cover the spread.
Welcome to the wonderful world of gambling.
Uh-huh.
Meanwhile, Gerald, who was missing in action last week, he managed to pick up 2 points by going with my Dolphins as they whooped up on the Cleveland Browns last week. So let's take a look at the scoreboard here. Well, what do you know? John Shannon's leading the pack with 23 points, but by virtue of me picking up 6 big points last week, 6, I went for 2, 3 times, Nailed every one of them. I'm right behind him with 21. Bill Fancher is, he can still see us with 15, but he's got a comfortable lead on Gerald. Now, let's get into this week's picks. What do you say, boys and girls, kids and kittens? John, let's start with you.
All right. Well, right off the bat, this became kind of interesting because Cleveland is visiting Detroit. No, not to play the Lions. They're visiting Detroit to play the Buffalo Bills because they've got like 10 feet of snow in the stadium there in Buffalo, and they just can't do it there. So, by the way, did you see the videos of some of the Bills players trying to shovel out their driveways?
Yeah. Well,
Just so get to the airport?
Realistically, it's because, you can't have 80,000 fans coming to a game in those kind of conditions. I mean, they could have.
It'd been fun to watch, but no, you're absolutely right. But anyways, the Brown, you know what? This is a neutral site game. All of a sudden, the Bills are an 8-point favorite. What the hell? I'm gonna take the Browns on that, getting 8 big points. Also, the Giants are hosting. This is why Buffalo can play in Detroit, because Detroit is playing in another New York City. Well, actually, they're playing in New Jersey.
Jersey. Get it straight, boy.
Giants are a 3-point favorite. I'm going to take the Giants giving up 3 points. And last but not least, my Minnesota Vikings are hosting those Dallas Cowboys, where Dallas is actually a point and a half favorite in that game. I don't think so. Vikings are playing good football. You never know what team is going to show up for the Cowboys. Let's say the team that lost to the Packers, or I don't know. But nonetheless, I'm going to take the Vikings by 6.5 and going for 2 on that game.
All right, he's looking to pull ahead. Bill, let's talk about.
So Johnny can pull my head. Here we go.
Easy,
all right. Sorry. I just don't like the way this one kind of plays out here. Rams and New Orleans both stink. Can't get out of their own way. But the Rams have a history against the Saints. So I'm going to take the 3 points and Rams over Nolans. And that other New York game, the Giants and Detroit. Giants -3, but they hosed me last week. We'll see how that happens. I'll take the Giants -3. And Washington and Houston, I'm taking the Commanders -3.
All right. My picks for the week. There we go. I like the Patriots. Giving up 3.5 points against the Jets. I too am going with the Giants, giving up 3 points over Detroit. And I like Indianapolis getting 6.5 points against Philadelphia, who lost their first game, which means there's still only one team with a perfect regular season record, overall season record. By the way, my Dolphins are off this week in a bye. Now,
kind of wondering why you weren't picking them.
Making his triumphant return. Let's see what Gerald has to say for himself.
Good morning, gentlemen. Forgive me for missing last week, but just arrived back in town. I was stranded at the Greyhound bus station in Great Falls, Montana. I exited the bus and shouted,
"The peanut butter box is here."
The next thing I knew, I was waking up face down in the Great Falls Greyhound station ladies' room. More on that at another time. Okay, time for this week's picks. I see I have some catching up to do. We begin with the Las Vegas Raiders visiting Denver, which, by the way, has a lovely bus station. I like the Raiders getting 2.5 points. Let's hop on the scenic cruiser for a quick 48 hours journey to Foxborough, Mass. The Jets are proof that travel by land is superior. So much so, that I am taking the Pats and going for 2. Our next stop is Buffalo, New York. Oh my. We have just been informed that the bus will be traveling via Detroit. After a mere 24 hours, we'll arrive at Ford Field. Nothing will stop the Bills, not 5 feet of snow, a bus trip to Detroit, and certainly not the Cleveland Browns. The Browns have picked the wrong week. I am going for 3 with the Bills, giving up 20.5 points. Enjoy the games. I have a bus to catch.
Thank you, Gerald. Gerald has had a fun week, and
Bye-bye.
Can't wait to hear more about that.
Lost his freaking mind.
Yeah, well, not everybody appreciates when somebody yells.
The peanut butter box is here.
It's just not for everybody.
That'll teach you.
So let's recap this week. Young John Shannon, he likes those Cleveland Browns getting 8 points over the Buffalo Bills in Detroit. Speaking of Detroit, John, let me take care of this in one fell swoop. John, Bill, and myself, we're all taking the Giants. We're all giving up.
Didn't we?
We did. John likes his Minnesota Twins, going for 2, giving up 6. Hey. Bill, he's easy Scooby with that stroke. Bill likes the Rams getting 3 points in New Orleans, the aforementioned Giants game, and he likes those Washington Commanders giving up 3 points visiting Houston, Texas. Meanwhile, I'm going with the New England Patriots giving up 3.5 points over the Jets. I'm taking the Giants like everybody else, and I like Indianapolis getting 6.5 points, hosting the previously unbeaten Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, Gerald, after his long journey, he likes the Raiders getting 2.5 points visiting Denver. He's going for 2 with New England over the Jets, and he's going for 3 over with the neutral site Buffalo Bills over the Cleveland Browns. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that will complete our picks for this week. And a little note for next week. We will be picking the Thanksgiving Day games during the week. We will have that recap for you at the start of this segment next week. We'll all be picking the same 3 games. All that being said, if you're going to bet real actual money using our picks, John, what is it we always say?
Well, I guess don't follow Gerald's lead.
There you go. And that's it for this week. I still got to get a closing music or something for this segment. But
I do got one question for you, Ed. If you were going to go with Indianapolis plus 6.5, why didn't you double down on it?
Because then I would have had to give up 6.5.
Oh, okay.
Because honestly, I think Philly will still win.
Yeah, I just don't think they're going to cover. Okay.
I don't think the Colts could cover, to be quite honest. I think the Colts are going to lose, but I think it'll be a closer game than even Philly would want it to be.
Possibly.
Does that answer your question?
Possibly.
See, not every
and here behind the scenes, I went to Ed on Thursday or Friday. I don't remember which. I think it was Friday. To discuss picks with Ed because John cheats.
That's right.
And takes what I'm thinking and wraps it around and calls it his. So his picks were actually my picks. Say, cheating bastard.
Mm-hmm. And the information I provided to you, Bill, was it accurate? And
it was quite a prophylactic.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, there you go.
But we got that.
He is. You know what? So for those who weren't listening a couple of weeks ago,
and that would be most of the planet.
Most everybody.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, but we still have to use, and we still have to assume that somebody is. I offered Bill a winning pick, believe it or not, 2 weeks ago. Offered him a winning pick, something I was sure of. No, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. Okay, fine, I'll take it. What
not
happened?
how it played
I
out.
was
That's
right.
not how it. I was asking Johnny about what did you think about
Boys.
that game, and I thought I was doing, and
Boys.
he stole my pick.
You know, Billy, you can still make the same pick.
I could,
Exactly.
but what would have been the point?
Well, you might have picked up points
You'd have-
on me.
I wouldn't have
on
picked
me.
up any points on him.
Yeah,
Of
now.
course, I wouldn't have lost a pick either, you dirty rotten SOB.
Exactly. Exactly.
Are you two about done?
I think so. Let's move merrily along.
John, are you about done?
About as done as I'm going to be.
That's it.
Fine.
Put a fork in him.
In that case,
And now, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to present the Battle of the One-Hit Wonders. Here's your match official, John Shannon.
All right, let's get to it with this week's challenger from 1970. This is Ice March.
Hey, well, I'm a friendly stranger in the black sedan. Won't you hop inside my car? I got pictures, got candy, I'm a lovable man, and I can take you to the nearest star. I'm your vehicle, baby. I'll take you anywhere you wanna go. I'm your vehicle, woman.
And our current and returning champion here for 8 weeks straight. It is Norman Baum from 1970.
Gonna go to the place that's the best. When I lay me down to die, going up to the spirit in the sky. Going up to the spirit in the sky. It's where I'm gonna go when I die. When I die and the name is to rest, I'm gonna go to the place that's the best.
All right, there's your champion for this particular Battle of the One-Hit Wonders, Norman Greenbaum's Spirit in the Sky. Are you ready?
Yeah, well.
yes, Venus flytrap.
Are you ready? All right, here we go. Your winner. This shocked the hell out of me, by the way. Your winner with 77.1% of the total vote. It's Norman Greenbaum from 1970.
Jesus Christ.
When I die and the limit to rest, gonna go to the place that's the best. When I lay me down to die, going up to the spirit in the sky. Going up to the spirit in the sky. It's where I'm gonna go when I die. When I die and the limit to rest, I'm gonna go to the place that's the best. Prepare yourself, you know it's a must. You're gonna have a friend in Jesus. So you know that when you die, it's gonna recommend you to the spirit in the sky. It's gonna recommend you to the spirit in the sky. That's where you're gonna go when you die. When Never been a sinner, I never sinned. I got a friend in Jesus. So you know that when I die, it's gonna set me up, the spirit in the sky. Oh, set me up, the spirit in the sky. That's where I'm gonna go when I die. When I die and the neighbors to rest, I'm gonna go to the place that's the best. Go to the place that's the best.
All right, Norman Greenbaum from 1970. What's this now? 9 weeks?
That's not. If you look on the card now, every champion will have a number of stars. That's how many weeks it's been, and we're running out of room on Norman's card. This is 9 weeks in a row. We've lost Bill over this. Bill is just gone. He won't even listen to
the headset. He threw down the headset. Oh my God. Not a happy man.
Not at all. And the best part is he can't hear a word. And Bill Fancher is the greatest human being on the planet.
Yeah, heard that. I have come to the distinct conclusion I'm Rodney Dangerfield and I get no respect at all.
Look,
people are doing this on purpose because that song was not that popular when it was popular. So you
John,
people, you.
John, let's hear the numbers.
Well, let's put it this way. These were AOC Tina Forte type numbers.
Oh, shut up.
On both? I know what it was. Go ahead.
On the Twitter, actually, it wasn't Jesus. It was I can't think of a word for it right now. It was an ass whooping.
How?
It was an ass whooping.
Let's hear the numbers.
82% of the vote.
Dear God.
82%.
That cannot be by happenstance. That's done on purpose. I want a recount. Somebody stuff in the ballot boxes.
Elon Musk was behind that one for sure.
Boy, he must have been.
What about
Facebook? It was a little closer, but Spirit won by 57% on Facebook. Even. And you know what?
Okay, I'll make you a deal. If the people will vote for my song just once, I'll quit.
And remember, you desperately wanted to be a part of this, remember?
Yeah, well, I since regret that issue.
All right, let me say this. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids and kittens on both platforms, thank you very much. I appreciate the fact that I have a new challenger locked and loaded, but it's been sitting there for over 2 months now.
Yeah, of course it has.
And honestly, I thought Vehicle was.
So did I.
I thought that was the one. Now, I can promise you this. This is for Bill. Bill, if you want to listen to Radio TFI and not hear Spirit in the Sky, you can listen every day at noon Eastern when we play the loser list. And you won't hear Spirit in the Sky because...
Are you making a vain attempt at comedy there, Ed?
Because it's not a loser. I mean, it's now what's coming up here is a bit of a first for us because now we checked this, the new challenger. I want to get this out of the way. Not only is the challenger it made the charts, it qualifies under all conditions. Plus, it was also our halftime entertainment last week. John?
Here we go. This is your new challenger from 1984. This is the Jump in the Saddle Band.
Oh, my God.
When me and my friends go out in the town, we can't sit still, we can't sit down. We don't like to fight and we don't like to scuffle, but we dance all night doing the curly shuffle. Hey Mo, hey Mo, hey Mo, hey Mo. Well, yuck, 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 yuck. Well, we never miss a chance. We get up and dance and do the curly shuffle. Well, me and my friends love Larry and Moe. We love Curly's brother Shemp and his fat clone Joe. It's such a delight to boogie and hustle, dancing all night doing the curly shuffle. Hey Mo, hey Mo, hey Mo, hey Mo. Well, yuck, 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 yuck. Well, we never miss a chance. We get up and dance and do the curly shuffle. That's right. Well, me and my friends, we all love to see comedy classics on late night TV. Those knuckleheads love to get in a scuffle. They push and they shove, doing the curly shuffle. Hey Mo, hey Mo, hey Mo, hey Mo. Well, yuck, 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 yuck. Look at the grouse, look at the grouse, look at the grouse, look at the grouse. Well, we never miss a chance. We get up and dance and do the curly shuffle. Right, we do the curly shuffle. What'd you say? We do the curly shuffle. That's what I thought you said. We do the curly shuffle. We do the curly shuffle. Sweet. We never miss a chance. We get up and dance and do the curly shuffle.
All right, there you go. Whoa. There you go with the challenger for this week, Curly Shuffle. There's some discrepancy. I thought it was 84, but I don't know, 80, 84. Okay, I don't care. I can go with it one way or another. It just doesn't matter.
I think Bill is checking. I think he's suing us. These are
legal documents, and I'm planning on suing Twitter. And everybody, that disproves if that freaking song wins next week. It's a conspiracy. I will definitely.
So let's break this down. So we have the current champion, which is a song about spending eternal glory with.
Well, don't try to make it nicer.
With God's Son. Praise Jesus. Meanwhile, it goes up against a pedophiliac. Get in the car. I have candy.
Allah Akbar!
And although, once again, I feel I'm happy about the challenger. I dig the challenger. I feel it's a worthy competitor.
At this point, what the hell?
I am at a loss to explain it.
I'll throw my hands in the air and say, I don't believe it!
But it's the power of Norman. Even I can't remember his name.
Greenbaum.
Greenbaum.
Norman Rockwell.
Yeah, there you go. At
But
this rate,
anyway.
it's getting to be about as old as Norman Rockwell.
Well, hey, look.
Can we have term limits on this shit? Come on.
Mouth language.
Well, there was no other word that would articulate in a fashion that I deemed necessary.
Crap, doo-doo, poo-poo.
The peanut butter box is here.
The peanut butter box.
So, John,
Crunchy
wrap
peanut
us
butter.
out of this. Get us out of this.
Please.
All right. Well, there you go. That's your challenge. As soon as we're done here, we'll have these polls up on Facebook and Twitter, ready for your consideration.
And Bill, you know you can vote on
All
Twitter.
you people can start pole dancing.
You can vote on Twitter, Bill. You know that.
I could do a lot of things.
I'm just saying.
That's just not necessarily one of them.
It might have helped.
And I don't think it would have made any stinking difference whatsoever.
You know,
unless I'm in Chicago, where you can vote early and vote often.
Look, it might have brought it down to under 81%.
I was going to go in under my wife's Facebook thing and try to vote just to get some.
Well,
what
can I say?
I'm sorry. I feel
wouldn't have mattered.
I want to feel bad for you. I really do.
But you don't.
Not only don't I can't. I just can't.
I get no respect at all.
Seriously, the reason I don't feel that bad for you is because
it's me.
You were adamant. No, because you were adamant about being a part of this. And again, I'm very appreciative of the fact that people are, going with this song. And I mean, I don't gain anything out of it other than a sense of superiority over the two of you. But I pretty much had that going in. This is the week, John. Do you have something for next week?
Bill, that's to you. Do you have something?
That's to me. Do I have something for next week? Oh, I got a whole damn list of songs, but apparently they don't mean anything.
You don't know that.
I could just reach right up the old sphincter and pull one out, and it wouldn't matter.
Look, I didn't think Spirit in the Sky was going to matter.
That's why I'm saying these people are doing it on purpose. They're doing it just to piss me off, and they have succeeded.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids
Okay,
and kids.
Cartman, settle down.
Hey!
If you're doing this just to piss Bill off, it's worked.
It's worked. Screw you guys. I'm going home.
That's Cartman. Oh, you know which reminds me?
Plenty of practice with
that.
Which reminds me, and John will walk you through it. I need promos from you, boy.
From me?
From you. You're part of this now.
Oh, okay.
You'll do them on your phone. John will walk you through it. We'll get a much clearer recording. And you too should make the rotation. And if you can do a voice like Eric Cartman, that would be.
Yeah. Respect my authority.
Here's what I want you to say now as Eric Cartman. You found Radio TF. You found pause Radio TFI.
You found Radio TFI.
Put a little bit more attitude in it.
You found Radio TFI.
That's
what. You guys, I'm going home.
That's a version we might use. John, you'll get him through all this. Okay? He needs to record it on his phone. Anyway, enough of that.
Okay.
That's thanks again, kids and kittens, for.
I gotta check my blood pressure now.
But that's okay. It's spewing out your ears.
Goose
If he didn't have his earphones on, you'd see steam coming out of it.
I'd like to see some steam in my apartment, for damn.
Yeah, well, here you go.
Maybe that's what I need to do. Get upset about something.
See, that'll work.
Now, that's a good question. How the hell does she have the control? I'm sorry. How the hell does she have control
I will explain
over both?
When you walk into my building, there's a hallway.
Mhm.
At the end of the hall are two doors. To the left is my door on the ground floor. To the right is the neighbor's door, and that takes you up the stairs. The thermostat is just inside that door, which I do not have a key to because that's part of their apartment. So next time I speak to the owner, I'm going to recommend we move the thermostat out into the common area.
It's a communist plot.
Is it one thermostat for both units, or?
Yes.
Oh, well, no, that's dumber than homemade caca pee-pee.
Yeah, I thought it would be when he first showed me the apartment. I said, "Well, I'm sure we'll be able to work it out." But I walked outside yesterday, and the way I got to go around the corner to get to my car. So right outside my window here to my right is the little outdoor parking area. There's two spots. Next to that is the two garages, part of the same building, but they're separate garages. Well, somebody was parked on the sidewalk right up to her door, her garage door. I know basically what was going on there, but this is how inconsiderate they are. They don't care about anybody else.
New Yorkers that don't care?
I wish it was that simple. That I'll discuss off the air, but
yeah, exactly.
Not while we're being recorded.
Just remember to turn the recording off.
This time.
Yeah.
Hey, well, they made a huge mistake when a buddy of mine, we got our first apartment down here in Wichita Falls, and it was all bills paid. It was like 110 degrees outside, and we had icicles in our apartment.
You better believe it. That's one of the things people, my previous place, which was tiny, but it was only $700 a month, and the electric was included. Not that I left the AC running when I wasn't there.
Right.
I didn't because it would take about 5 minutes for the place to cool down. And people, man, electric was paid for, everything was included, and why did you leave? Because I hated bumping into my own shadow every time I got up to
What was on the outside of the building? The word saltines, or
how to go outside?
Even the cockroaches were happy you left.
They were hunchback. That's how small it was. And I can do this all day long. Just in America.
Open the door, walk on through.
There you go. So,
but
what, John? What is it, John? What is it, John? You got something to say, boy?
This apartment that we're in, that Lori and I.
Nobody cares. We're not talking about your apartment. We're talking about.
Well, now wait a minute. No, wait a minute.
Be quiet down there. Sorry, I had a moment.
Such power.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yes, Jesus, Spirit in the sky.
No, you can call me Bill.
My mother thought I was. My mother thought I was God.
For the longest time. Jesus Christ!
Are you here again? Thanks for finishing my jokes.
That's too easy.
That's what they used to say.
The apartment, we've got a nice, fancy thermostat, digital thermostat. It looks beautiful,
but don't work.
It don't work for shit.
I don't know if ours works or not because I've only seen it once.
You obviously have never seen it.
I've seen it the one time when he showed it to me. Actually, I had to go upstairs to sign my lease. They hadn't moved in yet, and they were working on my place. But
in all the years of apartment dwelling that I have been in, I've never seen. I've lived in multi-unit apartments most of my life.
I've never seen anything like that either, Doug.
And no, I got to tell you that I've never known a thermostat, an individual thermostat in an apartment to actually work. I think they just got one. They've got one controller. They got one controller there in their boiler room, and this is what the heat is going to be in each apartment.
Yeah, so there are some buildings like that. Well, again, I go back to my old apartment. I was on the ground floor with the boiler, and the thermostat from mine was in the second floor apartment with the owner. So there were days it was like a steam bath in there, and because he was older and it wasn't hard. Again, I opened a window. I had a door leading to the backyard. So if it was really too hot, I could just swing the door open and get, then I have the cold air meeting the warm air. I get a front going on, and
thunderstorms.
Thunderstorm. Called out. I would call Al Roker to help me with decorating, but
absolutely
that's neither here nor there. Absolutely.
Kind of sounds like the barracks when I was in the Navy.
Well, Navy, they don't care about you.
Oh, hell no. That thermostat was in the chief's office. He didn't give a crap about anybody else.
Yeah, they're keeping you just warm enough to keep you alive to avoid the
keep you alive, exactly.
That's all. Let's suck it up, Buttercup.
Mm-hmm.
Or what is it, John? Lighten up, Francis.
There you go.
There you go. Well, it is certainly been...
Go ahead.
I was going to say it's certainly been another fun day here in the land of just killing time. Bill is now, if you're not watching and only listening, John is bringing it down, calming down. We're doing something. He's bringing his blood pressure down. I'm not sure what it is. He's doing a thing with his hands. It's either he's calming down.
The Scooby-Doo thing.
No, that's Wayne's World.
Wayne's World. That's right. Well, it was. Never mind.
It led into a Scooby-Doo bit.
Right.
Would you like the lines?
No, sir. That's fine.
And they did that on SNL too. So
yeah.
Thanks for ruining my. Hey, John.
Anytime, man.
2 weeks has Norman been on top?
Shut up! Now you've done it again! No, thank you so very much.
I still got it.
Yes, you always did have a propensity for pissing me off. Yes, you're right.
That's it. Hey. Welcome to Lori's world.
And this is round 2 for her. Jeez.
Yeah, no kidding. She signed up for it again.
Wow. Wow.
Well, I guess I had to have been doing something right.
That's not necessarily true.
No. Oh, we've only got a minute. I don't even want to get
Is he drinking out of a 55-gallon drum, for Christ's sake?
Oh, you don't know that's smaller than what he used to keep around.
Big gulp.
I'm guessing. It's biggest Maximus.
We had a girl in my old neighborhood that was her nickname.
Big gulp.
Big gulp. She was very popular, wasn't she?
Golf ball through a garden hose.
There you go.
And you need that explained to you. You're too young.
No.
All right. Under 1 minute to play. We're treating this like an NHL hockey game.
No, so we're just skating around for a minute.
That's right. We got
when the home team's up by 8. Yeah, I get it.
No, they announced that at the end of every period when there's 1 minute to go.
Right.
It's announced.
Yeah.
1 minute of play.
Here's my damn list of one-hit wonders. I got 4 friggin' pages of the damn things. One of them's got to work eventually. I've lost my freaking mind.
He's with you, right, John?
Well, you let him in. You
open the door.
You open the door.
You gave him the phone number.
That's true, dog.
I was doing just fine, You know what we need right now? That's what we needed right now.
That's what we need.
Time to go home.
All right. Well, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here, folks. We'll talk to you again next week. Thanks for joining us here. For Ed and Bill, I'm John. And I got the money.
And I got aggravation. Get out of here!
See ya!
Yes, dear. Yes, I'm listening. Oh, I heard said, honey. Yes. Yes, dear. Oh, I agree. You're right. Yeah, you're always right, baby. Yes, dear.